transition from supervisory to head of security. Kololo was a smaller property as compared to Skyz, but in my role as supervisor at Kololo, the small victories gave me the ground to even look to a big achievement. I am Albert Masangano, the security manager at Skyz Hotel, part of Simba Group of companies, and I'm here to give you a brief about my journey in the security role. I started my role earlier on the 15th of November 2019, and this was at Protea Hotel, Kololo. Before joining Protea Hotel, Kololo, I had built my careers in events, clubs and bars, and then personal bodyguarding. And if it's one thing to learn about these roles, is they teach you one thing first, and that is character and integrity. How you treat people, how you interact with the people, later paves the way in life. These same people that you meet, that you interact with on a daily, will either build your path in the future or break it. That is entirely upon you. Back to me, someone noticed the discipline, someone noticed the character, and that is how I got recommended to the board at Protea Hotel Kololo, and that was my starting journey with the hotel in the role of Security Supervisor. When I first stepped into the role of Security Supervisor at Kololo, the feeling of joining new workspaces, there is a little bit of excitement, there is a little bit of self-doubt, a little bit of fear. But what keeps you pushing and what keeps you going is the need to prove yourself. And for me, that is what has pushed me, the need to prove that I can do this. And it's something I've done before, so it has seen me go through situations and scenarios that I ideally would never have imagined going through if it wasn't for that zeal to prove myself. A leadership role or supervisory role comes with a team of people that are under you. And it's these people who are looking up to you for guidance, who are looking up to you for decision making. That gives you the flow of what needs to be done, how you are to handle certain situations. They can be situations that are related to the work ethic or situations that are personal. And how you handle these issues greatly reflects on you as the leader and onto your team as well. They say the team can only be as good as the leader. My experience, the 3 years experience at Kololo, shaped me in a way that security roles, demands, and scenarios do not change that much. However much the environment may change, but some of the scenarios and demands remain the same. It's only the workspace that changes. Maybe it may require a little bit more dedication, a little bit more time, but it's all the same. The transition from supervisory to head of security was an achievement in a way that it signified that someone was noticing the discipline and the hard work. And thankfully speaking, I heavily relied on my superiors for guidance in areas that I was not so sure of myself. And in the end, it worked out for the better. My day would start off early in the morning. I do rounds, inspections. I walk around a lot, visit the conference halls, go through the handover books, see what transpired in my absence, and then make sure all security is in proper conduct, the hotel is well secured, then I would settle down a little bit to see how the day transpires through. Kololo was a smaller property as compared to Skyz, but in my role as supervisor at Kololo, the small victories gave me the ground to even look to a big achievement, that is being Skyz, where I am today. One of my toughest moments at Kololo came when one of the guests had a very expensive car that was vandalized. We had a problem with parking, so sometimes on a busy schedule, we found that it was necessary to use other spaces that were not properly manned. So here comes a scenario where this expensive car is broken into, property vandalized, and it all came back to me. I had to mitigate between the guests, see how best we could compensate without the issue escalating to a level that was alarming. We had to de-escalate the situation. One of my most trying moments was the 31st of December. This is a moment where the hotel is extremely busy. We have revealers coming in, we have events going on, and this requires that all these clients and all this hotel property is adequately monitored at all times, which can be a little bit stretching. That would mean I have to stretch way beyond my working times. Times that the job has tested me mentally or emotionally are usually times when I have to stretch way beyond my working hours, saying that I have a family at home. My daughter is usually eager to see me come back home, spend some time with her. So this has an effect. It either denies the work-life balance, was there a time that I felt like giving up? At that moment would have come at Kololo PHK, because these were new challenges, and somewhere I felt I was not going to go through. But again, that strong will to prove that yes, it's possible kept me going, it kept pushing me. Till today, I still rely on the same urge to prove myself, which has seen me go through a lot of challenges. Self-doubt has always been a major obstacle, but again, build the character to overcome. That has always been my mindset. Always build the character to overcome. And it's the small victories again that keep me moving forward and give me the strength to go through. At what point did I start to see myself as someone who can lead? Is my team members who are always on the constant looking up to me. A failure on my side is a failure on their side, so I have to keep strong for them, for the team. This comes to a point where it's no longer for me, but it's for us in general as a team. On a personal level, protecting people and spaces would mean people going about their day-to-day activities, living free and not focusing on the worry. That to me gives me a sense of enrichment. It gives me a sense of that I'm doing something right. The discipline, the character, the integrity of it all is what gives me the sense of fulfillment at the end of the day. That we teach in the workplace often reflect again in the spaces outside of work. For example, family, You could be a very good disciplinarian at home simply because what you wouldn't want to be done at home or at work, the principles remain the same, only that at home it could be a little bit lighter compared to a work-related setting. My proudest moment was the transition, or I'd rather say the promotion from supervisor to hotel manager. It was a happy feeling, that I would say. It's a feeling that showed that someone was noticing the discipline, the hard work, it all paid out. Other happy moments are when I get the appreciation or the acknowledgement from my superiors and partly my team members as well. Simba Group is a chapter of my life that represents a lot of achievements. I have achieved a lot. I have grown mentally, I have grown physically. I've created a family. It's like a family. The people I've got to meet, the people I've got to do my day-to-day activities with. There is a lot that I can attribute to Simba Group, which would take me some time to explain, but for the interest of time, I'll just keep it at that. The advice I would give to young security personnel looking to me, I would say be open-minded, okay? Be open-minded, think beyond what you see. There is a lot we can achieve, there is a lot to be done. Security is a growing industry with lots of opportunities, okay? So don't be limited to the surroundings, don't be limited to your mentality. Always yearn to learn more. Look up to your supervisors, learn from them, listen to what they say, and trust me, it will push you a little bit further in your career. In conclusion, I just want to thank my superiors, thank my fellow employees, thank the whole Simba Group for the opportunity of employment. Looking forward to many more great achievements with the company. Thank you.